Had enough.
I'll call the meeting to order Monday, June 8, 2026 at 4:30 PM in the boardroom of Weston Municipal Center, 4747 Campus. Please rise for pledge of allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Welcome our guests.
Yeah, there's nobody online. Well, one staff member online.
Okay, great. Roll call, please.
Segami,
Here.
Lopes Sorrell,
Here.
Hubbard,
Here.
Mumper,
Here.
Jordan.
He said he wasn't gonna be here. I don't know if I relayed that. Okay, sorry.
Please wait.
No, he's not here today.
Public comment. Public comment. One more time. Public comment. Anybody online? No? Okay. Public hearing, item 6. Alderson Street and Jellinek Avenue intersection project special assessment. I open the public hearing for a special assessment of driveway approach construction. Item 1, review project and a special assessment report. Michael?
Yep. All right, well, I guess don't have any of the property owner, there's 5 property owners on this project, 2 of which I guess are impacted by it, but I still went through the presentation, which I can, I guess, maybe go through. If there's anything you guys want me to stop on, let me know,
I
but
have one thing.
yep.
Can you comment on the difference in the cost per square foot for the concrete driveway aprons
Sure.
between the two on the agenda this evening?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is this project maybe is just a little smaller. I mean, we bid the project separately, and one project, the contractor had a lower per unit price than on this one.
On the concrete?
On the concrete, yep.
I mean, there's such a large difference. I had to go back twice and look and say, is that really the numbers?
Yeah.
I mean, it's like 861 versus 560,
Something, yeah.
569. I mean,
Is the same place they getting it? Is that all?
I mean, they're different contractors. This, the Alderson Jellinek project is Haas Construction. Bladel is Melvin. You know,
Baldwin get his own concrete.
well, I think Haas does too, but they have, you know, their own concrete subcontractors.
Melvin doesn't have concrete.
Yeah,
County bought them.
Only bought them?
Yeah, they don't do concrete anymore. Yep, they bought them out probably 2 years ago, maybe, or more.
I thought John Senatek stopped that when he retired. Evidently he did it. Sorry. So if they buy concrete from same place, the only difference be hauling distance.
yeah, I mean, it's their prep time, it's their labor cost, it's the, you know, if you have one contractor who's coming in to do 40 driveway approaches versus one that's a smaller job that you're forming up separately. I know we've discussed this, well, it's probably been a while with the Public Works Committee, but at one point we discussed having one assessment procedure for all village projects so that it was the same unit cost, but then at that time we decided not to do it because each project does have its own intricacies and but if that's something we want to entertain in the future, we can look at doing that again.
No, you can't go same price because that's no guarantee. I mean, the market gonna dictate the price.
Yeah. But like in this instance, you would hold one hearing for, say, 2026 construction and say, okay, any driveway approaches in 2026 is, say $6. And one project might be less, one project might be more, but if the average comes out, you'd stick with that.
Well, you bid the project and you get the lowest qualified bidder.
Yeah,
That's a fair way to do it.
yeah, and that's how
That'd
this,
be fair to the people of the village of Weston also.
yeah. Yeah, so you have one project that has a higher unit cost than the other, and
And
that's,
we cover, the people of the Weston gonna cover that cost. I don't think that's fair.
oh,
Gentlemen, in my opinion, I think should we go with the bid price instead of having a set price because it's not fair. Set price is not fair. There's no guarantee that price always gonna come the same. If it is higher and we assess at lower value, the village people are gonna pay that difference. And they should. So we go with the bid price, whatever come out, that's,
Yeah, I guess I begrudgingly agree with you. It's just, I sat back when I read this and I was like, there's differences in all, but that is an extreme difference,
You
right?
know,
I mean, you're
Michael-
talking 35, what is it, 40% difference, and roughly, I mean.
so I agree with Michael because sometimes he's gonna take more effort to excavate, to create the driveway and make it work.
And the amount, the mold to get their crew there is what the cost is. If you have more driveways, you're gonna make that up. The less driveways or concrete you're pouring, it's gonna be more expensive.
So I think I like to keep it that way.
Yeah.
You express your opinion.
No, I agree with your thoughts, Husheng. I just wanted to at least ask the question, because it was such an
Sure.
enormous difference.
No, I think that's the right question. No, that's the right question, sure. Okay, Michael, it wasn't time for us to discuss, but that's okay.
sure. So, project was done jointly with the Village of Weston staff, with Ike as well as MSA as the roundabout engineer. With the bid, Haas Sons is the contractor. We've gone through the historic assessment and how we've lowered that over the years to just being the driveway approaches, which is the one item being assessed on this project. So the project area is essentially the properties with access or frontage within 250 feet of the Alderson and Jelnik intersection, which is the Kennedy Park area, the DC Everett School District, two duplex lots on the southeast corner, and then a apartment complex on the northeast corner. So the purpose of the project is to replace the four-way stop-controlled intersection with a compact roundabout, and we're also going to be abandoning a duplicate sanitary sewer main along the way. So we'll be reconstructing that intersection, replacing water valves and water main as needed to get the valves out of the main travel path, relocating storm sewer as needed in this area, and then constructing new sidewalks within this intersection, then also some curb and gutter and sidewalk repairs south of the Jelnik intersection towards Park Ridge Drive. So the assessment report is in the Public Works packet, and the main really purpose is the rebuild of the intersection there. This is a picture of the Weston Avenue and Alderson Street intersection. It's roughly the same design that'll be utilized here at Jelnik and Alderson. And one thing we did do with this intersection as well was move the water valves so that they were out of the direct intersection path, as well as manhole location, so that in future maintenance efforts, we're not blocking the traffic trying to move through there. Historically, the Alderson-Jelnik intersection has been a tough one with sewer cleaning and other items where there's a long setup in there and you're blocking traffic, and people are impatient and don't want to wait for you to wait for our staff to do the task at hand. And so with the project, we'll be moving those utilities out of the traveled way so that people can still move through without being impacted by our maintenance work. So here's just kind of overview of the design drawing, Jelnik Ave, east-west, Alderson Street, north-south. These are the two driveway approaches on the southeast corner being assessed. I guess you can correct me if you want me to change this, that we do have a northwest driveway that goes into a gravel lot for Kennedy Park. I didn't put that as an assessment because it'll just be part of the village cost. I can call it out as an assessment as well for Kennedy Park, but it would just be paid for by the village as a whole. So in case somebody was looking at that, there is a driveway that's not pointed to or accounted for in the quantities, but as far as assessment quantities, but it is part of the project cost and would be paid for by the village. So the total project estimated cost after bid is not quite $1,080,000. About 900,000 is in construction costs, and we have 180 in engineering. So the part of this project that we're assessing is just under $3,300, and then broke it out between the general fund, stormwater utility funds, water fund, and the sewer utility funds. I forgot to change that. Shouldn't say Bladel Avenue. The estimated assessment rate is 861. As discussed, that is higher than the Bladel Avenue project that we had this meeting on a couple weeks ago. But I guess primarily, I think that's just due to the size of the job and the quantity of driveways on this project being essentially 3 versus the, I think it's 40 on the Bladel Avenue project. At the end of construction, we will come up with the final costs, and then the final assessment is based on the lesser of the assessment or actual. So with all these, I do include about a 5% contingency just to cover any quantity or other items that may come up during construction. And then we have historically allowed driveways to be paid back over 10 years, with the first billing occurring after the project is completed. So this one would be a first billing likely in 2027. So there's the assessment table of those, I guess, 5 properties with, I guess the Legacy LLC having a measurement of 203 square feet for an assessment of $1,747.83. And I feel like there was something else after McDonald there that didn't come over, but they had 180 square feet at $1,549.80. And I guess that's what I got for that, for the project there on the assessments. Like I said, be done with section 6A1.
Okay. That's no testimony, question I answered. So this was based on your estimate, not the contractor bid.
No, it's based so I like doing it after bid because then we have enough. So the construction costs are the bid quantities, but I mean, that's assuming, say it's, exactly 200 square feet in that driveway. It might actually get poured in at 205, right?
Right,
So
yeah.
there's always maybe a little bit of deviation, but it is the best, I guess, best numbers at this time because they are the actual bid numbers of the project.
So for just the purpose, the audience, if the price goes higher or estimated assessed value goes higher, we hold another public hearing.
We would if it's considered material difference, yeah. If it goes from 861 to 863, I don't know if we would reopen the hearing and redo it, but.
Okay. We do that, we think about it when we get to it.
Yep.
Anything else? Any question for Michael? Although it's not your
I think we have to
time.
close a public hearing, right?
That's part of public hearing.
Yeah.
So is there anybody have a question? Is there any question? Last time. Is there any more question? None. I close the public hearing. Now discussion on the matter discussed at the public hearing?
Nothing.
Nothing?
None.
Okay. Item 7. Approval of 5/11/26 Public Work and Utility Committee minutes. What's your wishes?
Move to approve.
There's a second?
Second.
Discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? I have it. To item 8. Approval of 5/28/26 Bridal Avenue, a special assessment hearing minute.
Move to approve.
Is there a second?
Second.
Discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Item 9, acknowledge May 2026 water and sewer permit.
I'll make a motion to acknowledge the May 2026 water and sewer permits.
There's a second. Discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? I have it. Thank you. The staff report, item 10, CIP update.
All right, on Weston Avenue between X and J, this week, there was, several areas primarily within the sanitary sewer trench where pavement had settled. Those were cut out by integrity grading last month. Then they excavated out the bad material, put in new material. Those gravel patches have then sat for about the last 3 weeks. They seem to be holding pretty well, except for the little bit top runoff that you're gonna get from traffic running over it. So they'll have Chippewa concrete in later this week to re-pour curb and gutter. And then likely next week, once the concrete's cured for about a week, those patches will get paved back in and we should be back open with the roadway, so.
So you got so much settlement in those trenches, but they didn't do a good job with the compaction. That's obvious. And we had the inspector out there.
I think part of it was the timing. We were in probably mid-October at that point, and like the material, I don't know if it was always drying out as well as it could have or should have.
Could be frozen. It's too early to freeze.
Yeah, and I think part of it too is it was all through blasted rock, so I think to a certain extent you still get a little bit of a cavity, right? Like you're not making a straight vertical, you're blasting that rock and you might still get some pockets where they probably weren't getting everything squeezed in there as well as they could have right away, and it maybe didn't show as they were building back up. Because that area is about 20 feet deep that they were putting in.
They didn't do a good job on compaction. Sorry.
It
sounds like a broken record, but that's okay.
I hear you. It was trying to make it so we didn't have a gravel road all winter too.
Sure.
So they redid those and
Did you want to say something?
Myself?
Yeah. Don't hold back.
What was that?
Don't hold back.
No, I mean, I agree with Michael too, because you're not gonna see if in rock, you're gonna have some voids and you can compact, but you're not gonna get it all compacted. But I don't know what the material was going in either, and how many what the size of lifts were going in, but.
Yeah, but the first few layer is the sand and gravel is not the natural material in there. We're supposed to put a couple feet of sand and gravel in there and compact it, then put the natural material.
Right, but I don't know what the vertical rock face was either. I don't know.
Yeah, but the purpose we do the sand is the dry sand is gonna move nicely and fill up the area. It should, but.
it was all new material that got put in because the stuff that was there wasn't usable. So it was all new material that was put in.
Okay. Anything else?
Yeah.
Continue, that's.
Yeah, so that's Weston Ave, Schofield Ave, still getting the line painters, concrete repairs and some manhole fixes, taken care of. Let's see, Jelnick and Alderson is closed as of about 7 a.m. this morning. Not sure if you guys have heard any feedback. I know I definitely have by several people today, so we'll work through that with the residents, but right now Hasset does have it on their schedule to be done by mid of August, and hopefully they meet that. We do have an incentive on this project to finish early, so I know they will like to capture that. So we do have the detours up and signed around the project site, utilizing Park Ridge Ave on the east side or Alta Verde and Newport on the west side. Did follow a few vehicles through that this morning, so at least people were following the detour.
So when is gonna do a scope for that one?
So they're trying to coordinate everything with traffic control so that when they come in to do the work, the concrete, asphalt, and line painters can all work together, so it's not multiple setups. So I'll need to. Haas was trying to coordinate that with their subs, so.
Did they use epoxy or water-based on that?
That was water-based, yeah. Which at the same time, we had water-based paint go down on Shorey Avenue. I mean, granted, it's lower traffic, but that seemed to be hold up just fine, and several other areas. I think even Weston Avenue is waterborne, and that was painted around the same time, and those center lines and fog lines stayed too, so.
I think the paint company messed it up because I did my parking. That happened. Exactly, everything was gone. I called them up. They said they give me a free paint and they pay me for my labor. And I'll be there such a day and I'll take care of everything. So I think that's a paint company and they understood.
Is that still covered under the original, and we haven't finished payments on that yet till?
Yeah, so it's all, those are contractors' responsibilities and costs.
Was that Century that did it or? Well, this doesn't matter.
I don't remember on that one. There, yeah, I think there's 4 different line painters in the village last year. So. Yeah, then the Bladel Avenue project's underway as well. Tree clearing has occurred and they're getting temporary water set up along the kind of western portion from Cherry Street West. As soon as they can hook that up, then they'll start working on sanitary sewer and water excavation. Let's see. Fuller Street, still just a little bit of restoration, but for the most part, concrete repairs and new topsoil seeding has been completed. And there might be 1 or 2 asphalt driveways that are still in touch up, as well as the manhole fixes along the way.
The restoration actually looks really good. The grass looks really good.
Yeah, I know some of the residents were worried about the hot weather we were getting and it not growing, but days like today should help that come back pretty well. And then, yeah, we got some other of the Ross Avenue projects in the works. We do have a Teams meeting scheduled for Wednesday for the Business 51 and Highway 29 Storm Pond. So we resubmitted our revised data to the DNR and the state to get their feedback. And the DOT, if they were a willing partner, would be about 20% of that pond. So we're hoping they see the need to be a willing participant on that. And then we also have the Bike and Ped meeting this Thursday, June 11th, here at Village Municipal Center. It's another project that people seem to be picking up on over the weekend. So just had to help explain what a master plan is and what an actual project happening is. And there's a difference there. So, and then the Concord and Bayberry project, we have that as bidding the 17th. So a little over a week from now, we'll have that project's bid results. On the utility side, the Well 4 project, Just a couple of items with August winter to follow up on. But that the GAC tanks are in, have been in and pumping to the system since last October. Well 3, if you've driven past, it's maybe a little hard to see the addition on the north side.
So what is August winter got to do? What's the problem with that?
They were the general contractor, so there's some minor items that they just need to complete, so we haven't final paid that one, I guess. So until we final pay, I'm just gonna leave it on here just so it's noted that we're not. Let's see, for the well 3, the iron manganese treatment at the plant, the slab pour should be happening tomorrow, and once that cures out, they'll start building the walls and getting the rest of that structure up on the northwest corner. Unless you're kind of in front of First Supply, you probably aren't going to see the work back there, but it's a little addition on that northwest portion of the building. And then the let's see, Bellwood Avenue water main project has a bid opening this Wednesday. And the Military Road project is also underway in Rothschild. So if you are trying to go on Military Road between Volkman and Margaret Street, likely gonna have to turn around and go around on that project. We've got our several subdivisions up and running for Hinter Springs phases 1, 2, and 3. I did do a concrete walkthrough with Denyon on Friday. There were sections of concrete, curb, sidewalk, and some driveway approaches that were still needing to be repaired before the letter of credit is fully signed off on for their work within that subdivision. Then Green Tree and Granite Ridge are still working through. Green Tree is looking at starting phase 3 this summer. And Granite Ridge has all utilities in and should be starting on road building here shortly.
For phase 1.
For phase 1, yeah. Which is the southern extension of Connie Lane. And then a couple finger streets off of that to start. So.
Anything else?
Probably, but there's a lot going on in the village, and this is the fun time of year as things start happening.
So all these project, all the repair they have to do, how long it take? Do we have a schedule for that?
That's what I was asking Haas for Schofield Ave in particular, because I know that's a very visible one to the public, and I don't want that dragging on longer than it needs to. So I know, I think for them, their concrete sub was kind of the hang up for getting everybody else in here. So.
And then you think we can bring the contractor back to take care of that stretch of Weston Avenue between Alderson and Birch? There's a couple manhole in there.
Yeah, American Asphalt paved that, so I'm sure we can get them to.
I think they should fix it, yeah. It's a good idea. Okay. Any question for Michael? No? Okay. Item 11, street operation.
Yes, we continued with our street sweeping operations throughout the month of May. Having the sweeper follow the leaf backs. Clean up the extra curb line, what leaves are left in the gutter. Staff did the curbside spring cleanup, requires 2 staff members for the leaf backs and 3 for brush pickup. Brush is 1 loader and 2 truck drivers. And there's also another staff member down at the Ryan Street site pushing up brush and hauling out the compost out of the bins. Staff also did in-house crack sealing on various roads.
try to get it done every year, early spring. Before the weather warms up, the cracks are wider, gets more material in, seems to hold up better. We did also fix some broken water stacks in the annexed area of Rothschild. That is our sewer and water. We got a contact from the village of Rothschild saying they're gonna be putting seal coat in these areas, so they wanted the valves fixed so they don't hit them with their trucks. The guys did topsoiling at Yellow Banks to finish that project up. They got the hydro seeding done. And so the grass is starting to grow there. We also were out milling and repaving bad spots, mainly around the Sandy Lane area, prepping that for seal coat chip. But we are also on the days that are nice, we're gonna be going around and we have a few more places that we want to do some milling and repaving. As for the shop, we have the unit for toolkit, removal of the front axle. They found chunks of bearing and metal shavings in the front axle, so they replaced the bearings and the seals. The unit 113 was serviced, the gearbox fluid changed and replaced the center drive shaft. Unit 38 service adjusted the valve train and replaced the pins and bushings in the front end coupler. Unit 207 utility van strobe lights were installed. And not pictured here is number 81, the street sweeper. Transmission was serviced, room maintenance. Unit 103 replaced the brakes service. Unit 288 with a utility van was serviced. Unit number 22, the jumping jack compactor replaced the carburetor. Unit 861, the hydro seeder needed some repairs on the hose reel. And Schofield Avenue banner pulls, repaired pool valve, gearbox, pull concessions, countertop repair, and cleaned up the storage area in the shops. And that's it.
Question?
I guess just one other comment on here, I meant to have Forrest add in the various aspects of this work is I found kind of interesting going through it because we start with the street sweeping, which is our stormwater utility. Then we moved into spring brush and leaf pickup, which is paid for out of our refuse recycling fund. And then we have the water valve or crack sealing, which is our general fund, our street maintenance. Then we have water valves and sanitary manholes that the guys were adjusting, which is our water and sewer funds. So in this report, there's, at least 5 different funding sources, but parks, it's also the general fund. So it's just kind of interesting, like the wide array of areas that we touch and how all that comes together. It's not, I guess, as straightforward as just this is our street crew and this is what they do. They did some parks work, they did our refuse recycling, they got, stormwater utility, water and sewer. Even the aquatic center with the concessions countertop. So, I mean, we do cross departmental lines. We're not, I guess the siloed community that maybe some older historic communities are. So that's one way I think we try to add value and provide value to our citizens is we go where the call is needed most urgent at the time and don't really have anyone extra to do excess work or wait for something, so.
Right, thank you. Item 12, utility operation update, Josh.
So our well 2 carry well rehab is underway. It's basically completed. We're kind of just waiting for our new pump to arrive. We're trying a little bit differently. We have a pump that's going to have some zinc sleeves and epoxy coating on the pump bowls. The last pump we had in there was not very old. It runs almost 24/7, the amount of use that carry has. So the wear and tear, I guess we're trying to see if this is going to give us a little more longevity on some of this pumping. So they were shut down to, I guess, have some glycol cooling systems installed to kind of reduce their water needs. We haven't seen that quite yet. They're still using quite a bit of water, which is fine with us, but we'll just kind of a wait and see game here to see how much they may reduce their actual water usage on that well. Lateral inspections and work orders are, we got many of them coming through. We got a couple photos in the report here. Our unidirectional water main flushing began in May. You can see a photo of that. I believe they're up kind of in the northeast portion of the village over by kind of our Rippling Creek well.
Can we go back to this past picture, the one you just with the lateral? How come it's so deep? Is that the sewer lateral? Right?
It's the water is, you can see the little blue line there and you can see this sanitary there too.
Yeah, and then what's this pipe sticking in the air?
Probably gonna be putting that pipe in the next pipe.
If that's going, yeah.
Well, I see the one next to it, the other picture, it makes sense, but this one, I don't know.
It might have just been
It might just be a scrap piece that they chucked off to the side. I don't know. Our guys aren't photographers. I ask for some good pictures and this is what we get here. You know, you ask me to add that to John's plate, I'm gonna have pushback to say I need better quality photos from you.
Well, at least take a picture of the thing, we can explain and see.
Well, we try to tell them we want a little more breadth to these, where we can
If you look at the
see.
picture to the right of me, that looked pretty good, they show there's a sewer line coming out of a building and going down the
I
street.
mean, at least you can see a portion of the house. Usually it's so zoomed in where it's like, okay, we see that there's two pipes there, but I can't see if it's going to the house, going to somebody else's house.
So that blue line and there is a water line?
Yeah, so that's just the PEX service, yeah.
All right,
We'll make a note for next time. We'll work on our, maybe some lighting and everything else too. Continue with our DNR compliance sampling. Michael had touched on the well 3 iron and manganese portion of the treatment plant. There is a photo in there. You can see the guys getting ready for the pour that he discussed.
is that the municipal street?
So that's behind it. So that's
yeah.
that's on the north side. So I mean, this is basically taken almost on the walking path that's kind of behind the treatment plant.
Oh, you did take that walking path.
Yeah.
You better create another one because a lot of people are using it, especially in winter time. Yeah.
Oh, it'll still be there.
The path still
Yeah.
exists.
The
He's
path will
just
still
standing
exist.
on it to take.
Yeah,
the
this is
picture.
basic. I mean, he might not even be on it. It's probably just a little bit off.
Oh, I thought you took it out for good.
No. There's still, I mean, there's probably another 6 feet until you hit the path even, so
All right.
it should be enough. They did have some other organization within the treatment plant, move some stuff around. We had to move some of our chemical tanks as part of this addition as well. So the guys have been doing a little work inside the treatment plant there. Valve exercising continued, did a little bit of organization in the mezzanine, collected our private well samples. Sewer side, we were out for a sewer lateral backup. The pictures included in here show that one of our services was bored through by, who we believe is Charter, I guess, which we're in discussions with still. Couple lift station maintenance items, our Eau Claire lift station transducer troubleshooting. Progress Way lift station had to be pulled for some maintenance. Lift station cleaning is actually wrapped up now. The guys came in for the last one, our Metzger Jelnik lift station. They always come in kind of overnight hours. They came in at 4 a.m. this past Thursday just so they can reduce the flow, so they can kind of shut some of the feeder lift stations off. So then we'll reduce the flow. They can kind of get down and clear out the bottoms of the big lift station we got at Metzger Jelnik. So the guys pulled a long day there Thursday, coming in at 4 a.m., working a full day still. Operators work with IT Pipes. That's kind of our secondary or third party program that goes with our GIS system to have our televising
more readily available. So I think we're getting close to a point where we can actually start viewing some of that televising we have for some of our sanitary mains within our GIS interface. I think we're getting close. I think Michael was able to upload some to them. So there's kind of some final tweaks where we can hopefully start utilizing that out in the field. Other than that, we kind of had some of the annual or the monthly norms of collecting pH data, cleaning some bad spots, working with some of the standby generators and cleaning some of the filters. Dares tickets are picking up. Work orders are picking up. I guess our contract work has mostly been touched on. Our PFAS treatment, Michael touched on some of our subdivision work. And I had mentioned our valve exercising, water main flushing, lift station cleaning, wrapped up our sewer jetting. I don't know if they got out today. They should be starting to do our sanitary sewer jetting here this week. The only thing I didn't include in here was I did hear today that our I&I study with InPipe, they should be getting us a schedule of when they're going to be in town. They're kind of forecasting when they could get into here, I think the end of this month. Hopefully they get a few dry weather days where then they can come back on some wet weather days so they can do their thing with seeing where some of our I&I locations are up near that annexed area up by Wall Street and Bellwood. After that, we just have our customers added for the month, our water pumped for our wells, our wastewater flows. You can kind of see from April to May, the total flows, quite a drop from 53.8 million to 37.5 million. So it's kind of where we're hoping maybe this I&I study is going to help us kind of pinpoint maybe some of these areas of inflow and infiltration. Then lastly, it's just the lift station hours.
Question for Clerk? Discussion, policy discussion and recommendation, item 13. Resolution 2026-016. A resolution to approve the 2025 compliance maintenance annual report for Weston Sewer Utility and submitted to the Wisconsin Department of Natural Resources.
I should shorten that up for next year. So this is as Husheng mentioned, it's just our annual kind of self-evaluation, the compliance and maintenance annual report, CMAR. It's just kind of a self-evaluation that we do to see what we've done well, what, identify any proposed actions to prevent any kind of violations we have, and kind of help us to see what we need to work on for, any future planning, wastewater treatment systems, improve our operation and maintenance. I don't think there was anything outstanding that kind of jumped out at us, but, I had mentioned the I&I study. That is something that we included in here for this upcoming year. That will help us, I guess we already get a graded, I guess, an A on this usually because we don't have any kind of overflows or backups. We maintain our system pretty well. It's just, I think, a lot of these projects here, I think will actually fall off. Some of them are just left on here because there's some warranty work left over, but we definitely have enough projects in the queue that we can keep that list growing. But I mean, other than that, I guess there's nothing extraordinary in here other than we are going to be doing the I&I study that's hopefully going to be beneficial to our bottom line of what our residents have to pay at Rib Mountain Metro. Nothing else too exciting in it.
Okay. Question for Josh? Okay, what's your wishes?
To adopt resolution 2026-016 to approve the compliance maintenance annual report for Weston Sewer Utility and submit to Wisconsin DNR.
Second.
I second.
Discussion? Yes.
There's one small typo. It looks like the computer didn't pick up a few things, but this fourth whereas should be There are no immediate critical problems. So
Oh, no, I have.
the no immediate,
Yeah,
yeah.
we need to amend our.
No.
You can- I'll just rewrite that.
Subject to correcting those items. Does that work? Want to add to it?
Can I amend it then? Okay, and I would like to amend it then to, change the fourth item from the no to
There are
no. Agree with that then.
We agree with that, the second amendment. All in favor for amendment, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? I have it. And now I'll accept the motion for original.
You had a motion for.
We had a motion, do we just have to, it
No,
was,
first we gotta approve the amendment, then we approve the.
That was the amendment. Was
We
it?
didn't vote on that.
Yeah, you just voted on the
Did we?
amendment, yeah. So you
We
just,
vote on the amendment now, but we didn't vote on the original motion.
yeah, so you just need a, all in favor for original motion, because you had an original motion on the floor.
Okay. Um,
He made the original motion, I seconded, and then we both agreed to the amendment. So,
so then we have done that, we take a motion, we accept a motion on the amendment, we vote on the amendment, then we vote on the original.
Do you just need an all in favor for original yet?
Oh, we do.
Yes.
all in favor?
All in favor of original motion, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you. We're saying the same thing but different.
Yeah.
Item 14, resolution 2026-017, authorizing resolution for Bridal Avenue, Prentice Pine Street to Alderson Street reconstruction.
Yeah, so attached was the special assessment report as presented at the public hearing on May 28th. Following that meeting, I didn't make any changes, so for that original assessment report, the item to be assessed was the concrete driveways at $5.40 per square foot. I guess the attached resolution, I guess just kind of outlines that and then I guess gives us the authority to move, I guess, initiate that process, include those assessments as part of the work.
Anything else? No? I'll accept the motion.
I move to recommend the village board approve the authorizing resolution 2026-017 for special assessments for drive approach construction for the Bladel Avenue reconstruction project as presented in the engineer's report.
I'll second.
Discussion. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? I have it. Thank you. Item 15, resolution 2026-018, authorizing resolution for Alderson Street and Jellicoe Avenue intersection project.
So this is the one we went over earlier in this meeting. This one had the two private driveways in the project. Those came out to $8.61 per square foot based on the bid results. And I guess unless you have any other recommended changes, we'd move forward with this project as is as well.
Change what?
No,
No, I think we should go with what is cost. And it is what it is.
I'll make a motion to recommend the village board approve the authorizing resolution 2026-018 for special assessments for driveway approach construction for the Alderson Street and Jellicoe Avenue intersection project as presented in the engineer's report.
Second.
Is there a second?
Second.
Discussion? All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? I have it. Thank you. Item 16, topsoil screening quote.
So each year we do generally have some topsoil screen for our capital projects. This year we received quotes back from two contractors, which were PGA and Warden Enterprises. The low contractor was PGA at a price of $5.50 per cubic yard. Warden was at $6.50. So the total cost from PGA is $38,500 for an estimated quantity of 7,000 cubic yards of material. I guess after last year and kind of moving into this year, I realized probably do a bad job of notifying the public of ways that we do try to save money on our projects. And this is another one where if we were to have the contractor supply the topsoil, we'd probably be around $20 a yard. So for the material, it's roughly $15. It might be 14. I put 105,000 in there. It's approximate, but I'd say at least probably $100,000. We are saving our capital projects by having our own topsoil screened and reused on projects versus always having new material brought in. So.
I think that is correct. I agree with that. And you're doing a great job saving. You know what? Every penny costs. That's all it is to it,
Yeah.
and it counts. So, but, thanks for doing it. What's your wishes?
Move to award the 2026 topsoil screening project to PGA Inc. for a unit price of $5.50 per cubic yard for an estimated project total of $38,500.
Second
I second.
question: how many yards we got there already? That's a big pile.
Yes, we have a lot of unscreened topsoil, which we use at times for just, I'd say general fill area or areas that aren't going to be somebody's yard. Like if we're doing a ditching project in the rural areas, we're not necessarily going to use up our really nice topsoil. We'll use some of that salvage topsoil, but I don't know. You measured the piles recently, did you?
Yeah, I have not got to that one yet, but I'm estimating that one to be about 25,000 yards.
Cubic yard?
Yes.
Yeah, of unscreened topsoil that we reclaim. So then every year we screen, whether it's 5,000 yards, 7,000 yards. The amount we need for that year, because we don't want to screen too much. Because if we don't use it within the year, then you get weed growth and everything back in it, and then you're generally re-screening it again.
Start
So,
over again.
yeah.
So the pile you got sitting in there is worth it, what, about $10 even, you say $10, 250,000.
Yeah, I mean, our sand out there is worth a lot of money. We've got a lot of money in dirt out there.
Same thing with the crashing the blacktop.
Mhm.
All right. I think you have a first and a second, right? All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? I have it. Item 17, Shirley Avenue paving code.
So we had the repaving of Shirley Ave in the 26 surface maintenance budget. So our staff will be digging out the roadway, adding new base course, doing some ditching along there. And then the part we need to contract out is the asphalt roadway. We received quotes from RC Pavers as well as American Asphalt. For 3 inches of asphalt, the quotes came in with RC at 48,500 and American at 56,465. The estimate being used for the budget, preliminary budget this year is 52,855. So we're under that with the quote from RC Pavers, and overall the 2026 surface maintenance budget is underneath the total surface maintenance budget. You go through it, my initial estimate with our work was we're gonna be around 863,190. After bid, we're at 842,654. So that's a $20,000 difference. And I guess we have $300,000 for CIP funds in here, which is being used for Schofield Ave and the asphalt overlays, the assets that these repairs are greater than just a kind of 5-year maintenance item. So we still, so the contingency is this green line. So with our initial estimate and after bid of all of that work now, we're at about still a 57,000 and change contingency for work to be done. So I guess we can either look at, I know Finance Director Troutman said we should kind of pause on doing anything extra right now to see how our fuel costs are, and that'd be kind of what we'd utilize to absorb the cushion with fuel prices at the moment. And then if there is still kind of contingency or money in the end, we can look at still maybe doing an add-on for another small overlay or something this fall. But just want to
Anything else?
no, I just wanted to kind of go over the whole budget, but this project alone did come in under as well.
What your wishes?
I'll move toward the Shirley Avenue paving project to RC pavers based on their quote of $48,500.
Is there a second?
I second.
Question? Yes. How was the quality of the work last year?
I don't have any complaints with RC. They've done good work throughout the community here. You know, some of our older pavements, one thing, I don't know, you can, if you drive around town, you can generally see which roads they paved because their asphalt seems to have a little bit of a pink tint to it. Whereas American Asphalt's is kind of grays out. RC's almost turns pink. So if you go on like Norma, Mountain View Avenue, some of that area by Pick and Save, those are pink. Shirley Avenue or Shorey Avenue between X and Alderson Street, that kind of has a pinkish hue to it as well. Callan Avenue, they repaved for us almost 10 years ago as an overlay. That roadway, from what it was to what it still is has exceeded my expectations. So I guess, yeah, I haven't had any issues with their work over the years.
Why is pink? Because of
It must just be an aggregate that they have that,
It's granite.
yeah.
It's a granite make the change in there, and that red color come up more as blacktop age.
Yeah, as it's kind of losing some of its asphalt content, it ages out, so. But if anyone's ever curious, as you're driving around
As long as
the,
it's solid granite and it's not.
yeah. No, I honestly, like Callan Avenue, when we overlaid that road, if we got 5 to 7 years out of it, I would have been happy, and we're a good about 12 years out of it. And I mean, that thing was a 3 on a Pacer rating and probably shouldn't have been overlaid, but he said it, let's try it, and it's held up. So I guess just based on that alone, I haven't had any issues with their work.
Okay. All
And,
in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Oh, I have it. Item 18. Contract amendment number 1 with MSA for Alderson Street and Jellinek Avenue right-of-way service.
So this was kind of a expedited project to get the right-of-way secured before school ended and the work could begin. So we didn't quite have final design yet when we signed the initial contract, but we wanted to allow MSA to get started on doing their title work and research on the properties. So and then so the initial contract was based off of 3 appraisals and 3 property acquisitions, assuming it was just the 3 other properties on the corner besides Kennedy Park. As we got into final design, there was more impact east of the roundabout there, which one of those properties ended up being a condo association. So it was one property, but like 4 different property owners within that. So the condo associations always make things a little more challenging. If you can remember back to the Ryan Street lift station and Apache Lane utility crossing, We acquired land from the River Trail Estates condo, I think is what they're called, down there by the lift station and the trailhead, because our parking lot wasn't in. Anyway, that condo association working through that real estate process was over a year. So being able to get this accomplished within about a, I think, 4-month window, 5-month window was pretty good. So the amendment just kind of covers that additional work for the additional properties on here. So the initial contract was for 28,425. The amendment is 24,425. So the new contract amount would be 52,850.
What's your wishes?
I move to recommend the village board approve the right-of-way services contract amendment number 1 with MSA for the Alderson Street, Jelinek Avenue intersection in an amount of $24,425.
Second? Is there a second?
Second.
Discussion? For Ford property, I think it's not been on the high side.
Well, yeah, I guess that's where it's one of those properties was a condo association with 4 different property owners. So it's one property, but essentially 4. It's 4 and 1, 1 and 4. Because you have to have all 4 mortgage companies, all 4 banks, all 4 property owners. There's different title work for all 4 properties. It's, I think Roy made the comment when we approved the initial one, it seems like, well, we were spending more than we were actually paying for the land, but it's the legalities of it all.
That was my comment.
Yeah.
All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? I have it. Thank you.
Yeah, my abstain.
Item 19, change order number 1 for Alderson Street and Jelinek Avenue project.
So in summary here, the project was bid out in the bid form. Plan showed 24-inch pipe and 12-inch pipe in it. Unfortunately, I only had listed in the bid form for the contractors to provide a bid price for the 12-inch pipe and missed the 24-inch pipe. So essentially what this RC is stating is that went back and looked at if that would have changed anything with the contract, and the lowest bidder was still the lowest bidder even with this additional cost, assuming, let's say, another bidder included the cost for 24-inch, it just didn't have an item. But they were still well under it. I think the total was like 18,000. There's like $80,000 difference between the lowest bidder and the second lowest. So keeping that in mind, and then I can't remember what the other item I had listed there, Michael. Sorry. Oh, and then, so like Michael mentioned earlier too, we have different funds that we're pulling components of the project from to complete the project for funding. And storm was one of them. Being storm, and it was not included at the original bid. Looked at that, and we still, for what was budgeted from the stormwater utility, this still would fall within that and still fall under the total with looking at all the aggregated value across all of our projects. So there's no, from what was budgeted for the year, there's no impact there. It's just an additional, making the cost of the project what it actually was designed at. So just trying to make that a little bit clearer. It wasn't like, it wasn't going to get included. It was always going to get included, just was missed at the bidding.
So your design was what, 12-inch?
No, I had 12-inch on the project, but I also had 24-inch on the project. I missed the 24-inch in the bid form. So it included 12. The plan showed both, but there's only one item for storm at 12-inch. So Haas
Minimum
provides.
storm pipe should be 18 inches.
What was it?
18 minimum size, a storm pipe should be 18 inches. If you can fit it. If you can't fit it, then that's a different story. Anyway, okay. Other question? No?
No, I think as long as their bid still with this change comes in less, then I think it all settles out, right?
Yeah, and we did cross-reference some of the city of Wausau bid tabs that had 24-inch concrete pipe, and it's $120 to $130 linear foot seemed to be where they were at based on how much was in a project, so.
Yeah, this is in line with what's
Yeah,
going. It's
it
not,
seemed
they
reasonable.
didn't, they're not trying to gouge and. No.
Accept the motion.
I'll move to recommend the Board of Trustees approve change order number one to increase the cost of the Jellic Avenue and Alderson Street intersection project by $17,535.
Second,
Discussion. He hasn't started the project yet, right?
No, barricades are up, but they haven't.
Tell him we don't give him any more change orders, don't come back here. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
aye.
Opposed? I have it. Thank you. Thank you. Future item 20, next meeting date, Monday, July 13, 2026 at 4:30 PM. That's a regular meeting. Item B, Monday, August 10th, 2026 at 4:30 PM. That's it, another regular meeting. Item 21, topic for future water main replacement. I thought we just bid one project, right?
We did, yeah, so
How many more feet left?
probably still about 10 miles.
Really? Even you do a mile a year, that's a 10 years project. It's still, we're after that grant money.
Yep, so that's still, part of this is still working through the CDBG surveys and getting that information. So,
If we can get the whole thing and get the grant for the whole thing, we
but
can finish it.
those projects, I think they generally want to award about $1 million, so you try to find about $2 million worth of work, and because they don't, yeah.
Okay, and I see you took the lighting in the village off.
Yeah, I think when I get to the lighting, I'll bring it back. I know we discussed intersections before, if we want to add those, I guess.
I think there are some sections in this village that really need it.
Okay, I guess that's what I'm looking for then, if there are intersections, if we can have the committee, I feel like every time I brought it, it was bring it back, and I never knew what direction to go with, so I can put it back on for next month if we want to talk about it, but then I need somebody to say.
Or if you want to make a decision and do it.
That's what I'm saying, is then I need somebody to say, okay, let's pick these 2 intersections or 3 intersections and let's chip away at it that way, if that's what we
They give us some picture, how it look at night and how it look during the daytime.
okay.
We don't just send off the pictures.
Do we have night pictures?
No, I'd have to go take those. So
Have John do that.
I guess that's where I'd rather have somebody give me direction on which intersections, otherwise I'm driving around at night or
Taking photos?
taking random pictures of intersections.
Take a picture at night to show anything.
Yeah,
It's so dark.
true.
Is one of the basis complaints received? I mean, do we get complaints on that or not?
Generally, when we get a complaint, those are the times I bring it to you guys saying we received complaints that,
Okay.
this intersection, and I haven't received any since, I think Weston Ave and County Road J, we put one in there. So if we have other ones that people have concerns about, definitely let me know and we can go through it. We've had other residents push back when we've had, a neighbor go door to door who really wants one, and then all of a sudden they have 2 neighbors that don't want it because they enjoy their night sky, and
So you don't have any complaint?
I haven't gotten any.
Complaining.
Okay,
This is my. It doesn't count, huh?
no,
I think if you get a
Where?
complaint, then you act on it.
It
If you don't, I
doesn't
say let it go. I mean, personally, I lived on Tricia. There were no streetlights there and I liked it, I personally, I guess if you get a complaint, I would act on it, but otherwise I don't think we need to go around looking at intersections and see if they're lit or not, but that's my opinion.
well, I can put it on the agenda, we can discuss it more again next month.
So I don't, as long we talk about it, let's talk about the Schofield Avenue too.
Yep.
I think we should continue lighting on the Schofield Avenue. All right. Remark from the staff.
I don't have anything.
Isaac?
Nothing.
Just if you haven't already filled out the farmers market feedback survey, say that 3 times fast. Please do. There's a QR code right in the entranceway.
Okay.
I will be gone for the August tenth meeting, so you guys can have a party without me or whatever you may want to do, but it'll be up to those 3 guys and Jamie here, so.
All right. Remark from committee member. Tom? Roy?
No.
Rose?
I just want to thank you guys for putting together the electronics recycling event. It went really well. I also think it speaks to the culture here to see you standing out in the sun as the administrator directing traffic, because I'm sure there were other places you would rather be on a beautiful Saturday. But it went really smooth, and it was a nice event to have. So I got rid of a lot of junk. So that's all.
All right. Item 24, announcement. I don't have any announcement. Anybody else? I'll accept the motion to adjourn at 5:41 PM.
Move to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you for attending the meeting. Thank you.